I don't know. Hi everyone, Tiago with you today. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you the process to go from this is the right way, and to this, I should have done that. And I'm gonna be like breaking everything down, and I'm gonna tell you what I focus on and all that, so you can create your own fantasy animals. I'm awkward, I don't know. I'm not sure about my person today. ASMR moment. Clock in. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna focus on is cutting out like both eyes, both ears, and like the main body, because one, you want to keep the sharpness to the max level you can, and two, you want to play a little bit with sizing. The second step is Liquify. You're gonna jump onto Liquify and you're gonna change whatever you want, like make it your own fantasy animal. Here I'm trying to make it a mix between the both winners on the poll I made last week on Instagram, I think. The winner was between the very cute one, like cutie one, and like a very bulky one. So I tried to keep the head from the cute one and the body from the bulky one, and made a little bit of a mesh into the tail. As you can see here, I'm going to be using like cutouts from the original image to merge into the new image to try and bring back like the definition you kind of lose when you warp the image around. And then I'm gonna like fix the shape of everything and put it back in like the position I really want. So what I would tell you to focus on here is make the perfect shape you want. If you can do it with like the Liquify tool, like make it with a warp, and then you can focus on like bringing details and all of that back. So yeah, here I'm using a fur brush. I know you guys have been asking me for like brush backs and all that. I kind of forget a lot. I'm so sorry about that, but I'm gonna try and remember to put the brush back into the description. If I don't remember, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, as you can see here, I'm going with the original cutout of the neck, and I'm placing it over the new head to bring like back definition into like the jaw of the kangaroo. Yeah, that would be the jaw, because for a portrait, this is a portrait, right? For a portrait, you would want like a very focused head, and the bike, it's a little bit more forgiven. So that's what I'm focusing on the most. The head, I'm trying to make it really sharp, really like wow. And I'm doing the same with the eyes. I'm making the eyes a little bit bigger because that's a little bit more cutesy. I'm positioning the eyes, having in like mind the original position of them. I'm gonna like make the ears a little bit like smaller, and don't be afraid of like blending him into the original photo or the liquefied photo, because it's just fur and it's blurry fur, so you are a little bit like in the okay, it's fine, whatever, nobody really like can clock the edit because it's fur over fur. People are not like going pixel by pixel, so that's totally fine. Okay, now that we have the whole creature, I'm going to be cropping the image for a 4x5 because this is for Photoshop purposes, not Photoshop purposes, Instagram purposes. And I cropped it. I'm noticing at the bottom there's a lot of like missing character. So I'm going to go with the clone stamp tool and just like fixing that. It's the bottom, so it wouldn't be really focused. So you can be a little bit more on the forgiving side. And then I'm going to start like cleaning the background, because that's gonna make it really easy for me to select my subject when I want to change the background next. So just do a rough cleaning of the background. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it helps a lot with the selection of your animal afterwards. So now I'm gonna go with this new background. I just grabbed a random like desert image, blur with Gaussian blur. It really doesn't, it's not that deep. It's like not that important. Just be like mindful of the light. Here I did the select subject with Photoshop AI thing, and then with the brush I refined the edges. This is for purposes of introducing the background, doing rim light, and doing the whole like body shadowing things. So as you can see here, I'm cleaning the inside of the selection because I don't want this selection inside to have like furry details with like highlights. I just want the rim highlight to be a rim highlight. So you're gonna clean everything inside, then you're gonna select the rim layer mask. You're gonna make it contract in the selection, and then you're gonna like invert that so you have like just a rim of selection. I can actually show you right now a slower version so you can, oh, this is how you see it, you know what I mean? So yeah, let's go into the slower version now. So yeah, first step is to make the main selection. Second step is to clean the inside of the selection so you only have the fur and everything inside is white. Then you control click and select that again. Go to select, contract by like 5 or 10 depending on the size of your image, and then you invert the layer mask into black inside, black outside, and then the rim is perfectly white. So here you can see I created a hue and saturation with my rim light color, brought the saturation really high, brought the lighting really high, and now I'm just fixing the brim into making it a little bit more realistic and trying to merge the black areas into the rim light as good as I could. And now it's the dodge and burn technique again. I showed this on my blending mini series. So there's 2 curves layers. One brings the middle point to the light, and one brings the middle point to the dark area. And then you just go with time and paint over your character and fix like those dark spots that don't really make a lot of sense, to try and merge everything together and try to fix everything. So here, as you can see, I noticed there's a harsh line there, as you can see from me inverting the layer and like contracting it. So what I'm going to try to do is with a soft brush, I'm going to try to blend those edges a little bit more so it looks a bit more natural. Again, if you like are struggling a little bit, making it black and white really helps with the values. So if you're struggling with making shadows and all that, make it black and white, check your values, see what needs to be dark, what needs to be lighter, and go from there. As I said at the beginning, my main goal was to make the head the focus of the whole piece. So you're going to notice I'm making the body really darker in comparison to the head. That's just a preference type thing. So you can make whatever you want. Just make sure it makes kind of sense for like a portrait. My idea here was, oh, I could have shot this. If this was a real piece, I shot it with like a reflector to the side of the head, or a filler light, so it would like fill the head but not the body, that type of a vibe. So yeah, try to make the light make sense and really take your time with light, 'cause since this is a portrait, there's not much to look at besides the creature, and if the light is wrong, your whole image is gonna be like, oh, what the hell is happening there? So yeah, here I'm going to introduce my feature. Something that I really enjoy is to like on every single animal I've been creating, I've changed the black eyes, because usually animal shots have like really dark eyes because they are not focusing for the eyes. But yeah, I've been trying to introduce like a humanoid type eye into all of them, and I've been having really like fun with it. I use a mix of painting them in with curves to like raise the black areas. So yeah, it's been really fun to try and add little elements of like reality into the fantasy animals. Another tip I can give you guys is don't like be afraid of trying stuff out. Like be of course careful that you're not just like, oh, I'm gonna put everything in the kitchen sink, but like try to not be afraid, because that shows. And like I know that I, for like a brief period of time, I was kind of scared of painting on my images, and with time you just get comfortable with it and things start to look a little bit better. So go at it and don't be scared that you would mess up something. One thing I didn't notice while doing this, and then I had to fix it, was the eyes. He just looks high. It looks high out of his mind. So I didn't intend to do that, but I tried to fix it at the end and made the eyes yellow. But yeah, this is basically it. So step 1 would be cut out the main features. Step 2, liquify it. Step 3, blend all of your main features into whatever image you're trying to create. And then step 4 is change the background or don't, whatever fits your like creation, but make the light the main focus of your piece if you're trying to go for the same vibe as I am, where I'm trying to create like a portrait shots of fantasy animals. So that's it. That's all I have to give you. It's very simple in theory. It's a question of how much practice can you put in it. I've been really enjoying this. This one took me, I think it was like an hour and 30 minutes, something like that. So it's a fast piece creation, but I really enjoyed the outcomes, and people have been really enjoying the final versions of it. So I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of this speed edit, and if you have any questions, leave them down below. If you liked the info or if you liked the video itself, give me a like, and yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. If you want like some specific tips on any of the elements I've been talking about on this specific video. And I will see you in the next one, I guess. So yeah, okay, that's it. I'm just trying to make sound so it fits with the, yeah. Cool, love it. Don't forget, values, check your values.